Hello there, dear seniors and cherished friends. Today, I want to talk about something that might seem small and insignificant, but could actually be shouting at you louder than your favorite radio host during the morning news. Yes, I'm talking about that little itchy spot. You know, the tiny patch of skin that makes you do a quick scratch here and there while you're lost in a good book or reminiscing about the good old days. Maybe it's been there a week, maybe a month, or perhaps longer, quietly irritating you while you go about your day. Now, before you brush it off as just one of those things, let me tell you a little secret. Sometimes that small itchy spot is actually your body's way of sending you a message you don't want to ignore. Because, believe it or not, an itchy spot that refuses to go away can be one of the earliest signals of skin cancer in seniors. I know that phrase alone can send a shiver down your spine faster than a chilly breeze on a rainy day. But don't worry, I'm not here to scare you, only to empower you in knowledge. You see, as we age, our skin changes. It becomes thinner, drier, and sometimes more vulnerable to the sun's rays and environmental damage. That's why skin cancers tend to be more common in older adults. And here's the kicker. If you catch these little signs early enough, treatment can be straightforward, and the outcomes are often excellent. So, what should you be on the lookout for? An itchy patch that just won't quit, one that lingers. Maybe changes color, bleeds, or scabs over without healing properly. If you find yourself scratching more than you think you should, worrying about a spot that seems different, it's time to pay attention. Don't brush it aside, thinking, oh, it's probably just dry skin, or I'm just getting old. Nope, no excuses here. Think of it as a friendly nudge from your body, reminding you that it's always better to be safe than sorry. If you notice such a spot, get it checked by your doctor sooner rather than later. Because here's the thing, dear friends, skin cancer caught early is often very treatable, but ignoring it, well, that's like ignoring the check engine light on your car and hoping it will fix itself. Spoiler alert, it one single quotes T-Dot, and before you ask, yes, the dermatologist can be your new best friend. They're the experts who know exactly what to do with these suspicious spots, and they do it with care and kindness. So, the next time you feel that persistent itch, remember it's not just an itch. It might be your skin's way of waving. A little red flag, asking for your attention. And listening to that message might just save your life. Now, take a deep breath, have a cup of tea, and promise me this. You'll never ignore that itchy spot again. Because you, my dear seniors, deserve to feel well and whole right down to your skin. Dear friends, now that we've learned the itchy spot could be a sneaky signal from your body, let's dive a little deeper into what that spot might actually be trying to tell you. Because knowledge is power, and understanding what's going on with your skin is the first step to keeping it healthy and happy. That persistent itchy spot might be an early sign of several types of skin cancer. The most common ones being basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, and melanoma, the big three that we all want to avoid. Think of these as uninvited guests crashing your skin party. While basal and squamous cells are often more manageable and less aggressive, melanoma is the real troublemaker, notorious for its ability to spread quickly if not caught early. Now, you might be wondering, how can I tell if my itchy spot is just a harmless irritation or something more serious? Great question. Here are a few red flags to watch out for. Change in appearance. Has the spot grown bigger, changed color, or developed an uneven shape? Cancerous spots often don't stick to the usual rules of symmetry and uniform color. Persistent itching or pain. If the itchiness just won't quit, or if the spot starts to hurt or bleed, that's a clear signal your body wants you to listen. Non-healing sore. A spot that refuses to heal and keeps scabbing over is like that guest who overstays their welcome time to call the bouncer, aka your doctor. New spots appearing, especially If they pop up in places exposed to the sun, like your face, neck, or hands, it's important to remember that skin cancer can be a bit of a chameleon, sometimes looking innocent or even downright boring. That's why regular skin checks, either by yourself or your healthcare provider, are so essential. And don't forget the ABCDE rule for melanoma: asymmetry, border irregularity, color variation, diameter larger than a pencil eraser, and evolving shape or size. If your spot ticks any of these boxes, it's definitely time to get checked out now. You might be thinking, but I'm just an oldie. Why bother? Here's the thing, your skin deserves the best care at any age. And catching skin cancer early not only improves treatment success, but also lets you avoid more invasive procedures down the line, So, the next time you spot that itchy patch, take a moment to really look at it. And if you're unsure, don't wait, call your healthcare provider. It's better to be a little cautious than to play the waiting game with your health. Remember, taking care of your skin is a bit like tending to a cherished garden. A little attention now saves a lot of worry later. And hey, who wouldn't want to keep their skin looking and feeling good for as long as possible? For the next part, where we'll talk about simple but effective ways to protect your skin and reduce the risk of those pesky cancers, because prevention is the best medicine. Dear friends, now that we know what to watch out for with those itchy spots and how to spot suspicious changes, let's chat about the biggest culprit behind most skin cancers: the sun. Yes, that lovely ball of fire in the sky, provider of warmth, vitamin D, and sometimes trouble. We all love a sunny day, don't we? A stroll in the park, a lazy afternoon with a good book, or a gathering with family and friends. But here's the tricky bit. While the sun feels good on our skin, those ultraviolet UV rays are sneakier than you think. They cause damage deep within your skin cells, damaging DNA, which can lead to mutations and eventually cancer. It's a bit like how a good old-fashioned party can sometimes get a little wild and leave the place a mess. The sun's rays party hard in your skin, and unfortunately, the cleanup crew isn't always quick enough. Now, if you're thinking, but I've had sun all my life and I'm fine. Well, you might be lucky so far, but the damage is often cumulative. That means those years of sun exposure add up silently, and your skin might start showing the signs decades later. It's like a sneaky accountant tallying up the damage without telling you. So what can we do? Don't worry, I'm not about to banish you from the sun forever. But a few simple habits can help protect you while still letting you enjoy life. Sunscreen. Choose a broad spectrum sunscreen with at least SPF 30 and apply generously. Yes, even on cloudy days. Cover up. Hats with wide brims, long sleeves, and UV protective clothing are your skin's best friends. Seek shade, especially during the peak sun hours between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. when the sun is high. It's working overtime. Avoid tanning beds. They're just concentrated UV machines that increase your risk unnecessarily. And here's a little secret. Protecting your skin is a bit like telling a good joke. It's all about timing and delivery. Apply sunscreen 15 minutes before going outside and reapply every 2 hours or after swimming or sweating. Remember, your skin is your largest organ and it deserves your care and respect. It's been with you through all your adventures, weathered all the seasons, and deserves a bit of TLC in return. So next time you see that itchy spot, think about the sun too. Protecting your skin today means fewer worries and hopefully fewer itchy spots in the future. In the next part, we'll explore the importance of regular skin checks and how to make them a simple, stress-free part of your routine. Stay tuned. Now that we've covered how the sun can be a sneaky culprit and why those itchy spots deserve attention, it's time to talk about one of the simplest, most powerful ways you can protect yourself: regular skin self-exams. Don't worry, this isn't as daunting as it sounds. In fact, Once you get the hang of it, it's like a little monthly ritual of self-care that your skin will thank you for. Here's the truth. Many skin cancers are first noticed by people themselves, not doctors. That means you have a front row seat to spotting changes before they get out of hand. Think of yourself as the detective of your own skin mystery armed with a magnifying glass, a full-length mirror, and perhaps a trusty friend or family member to help with hard-to-see spots. So how do you perform a skin self-exam? Let's break it down into easy steps. 1. Start with a full-length mirror. Stand in a well-lit room and take a good look at your entire body front, back, sides. Don't rush. Pay attention to areas you might overlook, like your scalp, between your toes, and even your nails. 2. Use a hand mirror for tricky spots. Check your back, the back of your neck, and behind your ears. These are common places where suspicious spots can hide. 3. Look for the usual suspects. Remember the ABCDE rule from earlier? Asymmetry, border, color, diameter, and evolving spots. If you see anything unusual, mark it for a closer look. 4. Don't forget your scalp and nails. Yes, skin cancer can show up there too. If you have thinning hair, use a comb to part your hair and look carefully. Check your nails for dark streaks or changes. 5. Make it a habit. Aim for once a month, perhaps the same day each month, like your birthday or the first of the month. This way, it becomes second nature. Now, here's where a bit of humor comes in. This might feel a bit like checking your car for dents or scratches. Sometimes you find a tiny bump, sometimes a funny spot, and sometimes nothing at all. The key is not to panic, but to be curious and proactive. If you find something that worries you, don't wait to see if it goes away. Make an appointment with your healthcare provider. Remember, catching skin cancer early means it's usually very treatable. And for those of you who might feel overwhelmed, take a deep breath. You're not alone. Many seniors find skin self-exams empowering because it puts you in control of your health. It's like giving yourself a little gift of care and attention. So, dear friends, don't underestimate the power of these simple checks. Your skin will thank you, and so will your future self. Up next, in our final part, we'll talk about treatment options and the hopeful stories of many seniors who caught skin cancer early and went on to live wonderfully full lives. Stay with me. Dear seniors, it's me again, back with one last tale from the skin side of life. And this one might just be the sneakiest of them all. Because today, we're talking about that little itchy, scabby thing that bleeds when you scratch it. You know the one. It's been hanging out on your shoulder, or behind your ear, or perhaps near your nose for weeks, maybe even months. And every time you give it a gentle scratch, boom, red alert. A little bleeding. Nothing major. Just enough to stain a hanky or make you mumble, "Well, that's odd," and then go back to your crossword or cuppa and forget all about it. But here's the thing, my lovely friends. When something bleeds again and again with just the slightest touch, it's your body trying to have a rather loud conversation with you. Especially when that something has overstayed its welcome and keeps showing up uninvited like a nosy neighbor who won't take a hint. This kind of sore might look innocent. It might feel like just a stubborn patch of dry skin. But what if I told you it could be something a bit more serious? Something that starts with a B and ends in basal cell carcinoma? Don't worry, I had to Google it too. Now, basal cell carcinoma isn't the dramatic Hollywood villain of cancers. It doesn't run through your body like wildfire, but it is a trickster, a slow-growing rascal that shows up most often on the places we forget to cover, like our noses, ears, scalps, and necks. It bleeds, it heals, it bleeds again. And all the while, it's slowly setting up camp under your skin until one day, it might require more than a dab of antiseptic and a plaster. And I know what you might be thinking, dear ones. Oh, it's nothing, just a scratch. I've had worse when I fell off my bike in 1962. And you're not. Wrong. You are warriors, every one of you. But bravery doesn't mean ignoring the signs. It means facing them with wisdom and humor, and maybe a little help from your local friendly GP or dermatologist. You see, early treatment of these little troublemakers often means simple removal with barely a mark left behind. But wait too long, and the procedure can get trickier and more invasive. And let's be honest, none of us really want surgery near our nose or eyelids, right? Especially when we can avoid it with one quick appointment and maybe a cup of tea. After that, and speaking of honesty, let me tell you something from the heart. You are not a burden. You are not wasting anyone's time when you go to the doctor to check a spot. You are doing something brave and beautiful for yourself and for the people who love you. Because trust me when I say we notice, we see that little patch. We worry a little every time we see the tissue with a pink smudge. And we'd rather sit with you in a waiting room than in a hospital ward later. And here's the sweet part of it all, even if it turns out to be nothing. Even if the doctor says, "Oh, this old thing? Just a wart or seborrheic keratosis." Well, then you get to go home with peace of mind. And maybe a biscuit from reception. And isn't that a win too? So, dear seniors, my brave and beautiful elders, the next time you notice a spot that bleeds again and again, the next time a patch of skin feels like it's trying to write you a message in Morse code, take it seriously. Listen to your body and give it the attention it deserves. You've earned that care 100 times over. Because growing older isn't about ignoring things. It's about honoring the wisdom we've gained, and that includes knowing when to raise a little red flag and say, "Excuse me, I think this needs a look." So here's to you, the wise, the wonderful, and the slightly itchy. Never forget that even the smallest signals can be signs of great courage when we choose to listen and act with love. And that, my friends, is how we outsmart the bleeding. Bluffer with a grin, a bit of grit, and a good GP on speed dial. Thank you so much for joining me on this important journey to understand those itchy spots and how to protect our precious skin. I truly hope this has helped you feel more empowered and ready to take care of yourself. If you found this video useful, please don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps more people find this vital information. And if you want to stay updated with more health tips and stories, please subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world. I'd also love to hear from you, so please leave a comment below with your thoughts, questions, or any personal experiences you'd like to share. And if you know someone who might benefit from this, don't hesitate to share this video with them. After all, we're all in this together. Lastly, your feedback is invaluable. If you have any suggestions or ideas for future topics, please let me know. I want to make sure this channel brings you the best content possible. Thank you once again for watching. Take care of your skin and take care of yourself. Until next time.